this is your platform. So how do you feel about that situation?
I think just being able to be in that moment of it happening, you never realize how something can literally change your life. Hey guys, welcome to my first episode, Unapologetically Angel. What they gonna say now? I'm so excited to be starting my new podcast. We're gonna be spilling tea, dropping hot tea. You gonna know what the real celebrities, athletes, artists, y'all favorite, everybody's gonna be here. Got my favorite co-host, Maya Reese.
Hi.
We cousins. That's cousin.
Hey, cousin.
Hey cousin. You know everything about podcasts, obviously. So.
I know a little something.
Yeah, so you teaching me, we learn it. We gonna learn each other here.
No, this is gonna be the best podcast ever made.
We saying it now.
The comment section, people are already obsessed. They got their little countdowns. They're ready.
Wait, but they don't even know like I had to redo this episode because it's spicy. Y'all want to see tea? We gonna drop tea. The first episode I had recorded, I just gave a little bit of like, it wasn't too much.
It was very cutesy.
It was cutesy and classy and demure. We not giving that this time.
We spilling it all.
Period. Let's get into it.
Okay, you ready?
Let's do it.
So first, since this is Unapologetically Angel, what is something that you're unapologetic about?
I'm unapologetic about this podcast. Let's start here. It's going to be a new journey for me to be able to release who I really am and just being able to clear the air, clear the narratives, the false narratives about myself, and just being able to be me. So I'm looking forward to this.
And then since you're Angel Reese, Maya Reese, your fan base is the Reeses Pieces.
Reeses Pieces.
What's your Reeses Pieces for today? Your peace of mind.
Oh, my peace of mind is social media is not real. Like, I want people to realize, like, social media is not real. Like, we are human. We live a life outside of social media. What people say on social media does not matter.
What percentage do you think is real? Like, if you're scrolling and you see something pop up, what percentage do you think is actually like, oh, that's real?
Like a very small, like, it's so hard to believe these days, like, because people put out so much fake stuff about people in this world. So you really never know what to really believe. It's hard for me to believe a lot of stuff. Like, this real?
Especially because you'll see stuff about you. And
exactly. Like, this ain't real. So it's making me hard to believe for anybody else. So, yeah.
So do you want to get into some of the fake stuff about
Let's get into
you ready?
it.
Okay, let's do it.
What we gonna call our tea? We gotta call it. We gotta get a name for our tea. We need some recommendations.
Then we gotta make Angel branded tea.
Yeah.
And sell your tea.
Period.
Period.
And we gonna have
the mogul.
We gonna have the tea like
hello.
Time.
That would be so cute.
That would be cute. All right,
okay. So let's just talk a little bit about your collegiate career first, right? So obviously there's a lot of questions about why you sat out at LSU those couple of games. Coach Mulkey said it's a coach's decision. I'm going to let Angel say one day. So what was going on?
So, as you know, we played our first, but we played our first game against Colorado and we lost. And that was fresh off our national championship game. So we was the number 1 team in the country. I believe they were like ranked 15 or whatever. So we weren't supposed to lose to them. We lost to them and it was just a whole big uproar after, obviously, about it on social media, about we're not focused, I'm not focused, I'm still worried about the summer, magazines, just not tuned in with basketball, which wasn't true at all. And obviously, like, social media has been something that has struck for me since the national championship game in a positive light and a negative light.
You blew up.
Go crazy. So obviously that kind of was like, for me, it was kind of hard to like balance both still because this is my first time being able to do so much at one time. So coming back to practice, the vibes was kind of weird. Obviously the energy was pretty weird in practice because everybody was like, we just lost our first game. Like, we don't know what to do. And our next game wasn't for another like 2 weeks. So the vibes was just weird. And then kind of like, I wasn't in a good mental space. I didn't feel like I was in a good mental space for my own team, for myself, and just being able to give my best self. So after a game, I sat the second half of a game, the Kent State game. And just, it was me and Kimoki kind of got into it about something, and we sat.
Which is normal.
Sat respectfully, sat the second half, and then after that game, me and her had a conversation, and we talked about what's moving forward. And it was just best for me to take some time off. And I took time off. I didn't go to the Cayman Islands with the team, and it wasn't because of everything else. It was me and Coach Moki being able to have that kind of relationship, and people were saying I was suspended and I wasn't playing because my GPA, I was pregnant, all these crazy things.
Everything they could think
of, and they didn't even know what was going on. And just knowing myself, I'm like, all right, bro, like, let me just take this breaks for myself, for the team, for myself, and just being able to have just a sense of mind and peace of mind. That was probably the hardest, like, time of my life, just because, like, I never took a break from basketball, and I didn't realize mental health was, like, important. Like, and I didn't really realize that. So my mom came down while they went to the Cayman Islands. My mom came down for Thanksgiving. We made Thanksgiving dinner, and it was just a reset. Got back with the team, practiced with the team. They missed me. They texted me the whole time, updating me. I'm watching the games, wishing them the best and everything. And when I came back, it was just, I felt like myself again. And just being able to have that relationship with my coach, Kim, that's something I really love. Being able to have that relationship with her and being able to take that time away, and her respectfully, like, she didn't come out and say I was suspended. She didn't come out and say anything.
She didn't say anything. They kept asking.
Exactly. They made assumptions about what was going on. And just being able to have a coach like that protected my brain. And a lot of people didn't think she protected me. She protected me in the best of the way she could. And I always will respect that from her. So, yeah, that's what happened. That's tea. But all the other allegations that
it wasn't
school. I never had no 1 point whatever GPA. That was not true.
No babies.
No kids.
No fighting. No attitude.
None of that.
Right. It was just you knowing, you know what, I have a lot going on.
I had a lot going on, and it become like contagious to other people, and I just felt I was moody. I wasn't in a good place, like, within myself, and I didn't want that to become a cancer in the locker room. So being able to have that conversation with Coach was obviously hard, with the other coaches too. So yeah.
Do you think part of the feeling of being overwhelmed came from social media?
It was just everything going on. I didn't have a break that summer. I literally went straight from, I was doing photo shoots. I was in the gym. I was literally doing everything. And a little bit of time, I went to USA Basketball. I was doing everything. And, like, I had no breaks, no time to do anything else. So, like, it was probably a time that was hard for me, but it probably was time that I really needed for myself.
So it sounds like you could be at the peak of your career, have this fantastic ring going crazy, but then just because you're on a high doesn't mean you're going to stay on that high sometimes.
Yeah.
Which is natural.
And it's normal. People don't realize, like, you could really feel like you're at the top and then feel like you kind of hit rock bottom and don't know really what's going on and what the reset is. And I prayed every day. I journaled every day. I had a great team behind me. I was able to still work out and stuff. So it was just a time that I really needed, and I think it really helped me in life. The Unapologetically Angel Show is now sponsored by Prize Picks, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app with over 5 million active members. With the football season starting back up, now is the best time to get in on the fun. We love some fantasy football.
Did you miss out on getting involved in your friend's fantasy league? No worries, Prize Pick got you. Prize Picks is the easiest and most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. Unlike other apps, on Prize Picks, it's just you against the numbers. All you have to do is pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections and watch the winnings roll in. That's it. You can now win up to 100 times your money on Prize Picks with as little as 4 correct picks. That's right, only 4 correct picks. Have I mentioned Prize Picks puts their members first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure? When your picks hit, you can get your money in as quick as 15 minutes. That's right, as quick as 15 minutes. Download the Prize Picks app today and use code ANGEL and get $50 instantly when you play $5. That's code ANGEL on Prize Picks to get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's
Because of women's basketball, whenever you think of Angel Reese, people often mention Caitlin Clark. You've said in interviews, there's no beef, but the media keeps going on. This is your platform. So how do you feel about that situation?
I think just being able to be in that moment of it happening, you never realize how something can literally change your life. And knowing my 5 fingers and my other finger pointing at my hand could literally have changed my life for like forever is crazy. And knowing that, like, Kaylin is an amazing player, and I've always thought she was an amazing player. We've been playing each other since high school, like literally been playing each other since high school. And like knowing that, like, there's never been beef. Like, we've talked trash to each other in AAU. Like, that it's been that. So I think it's really just the fans, her fans, the Iowa fans, now the Indiana fans that are like, they ride for her. And I respect that respectfully, but sometimes it's very disrespectful. I think there's a lot of racism when it comes to it, and I don't believe she stands on any of that. But when you come, when it's behind your name, that's when a lot of people are like, oh, they think, oh, I don't like her because her fans are saying this. No, I don't believe in her heart that she has hatred towards me. And I'm sure she believes that I don't have hatred towards her. But I think her fan base has gone, I'm talking about, like,
it's a lot.
It's a lot. Like,
we see it all the time.
I know y'all see it. Like, I literally saw something today that was like, it's crazy. And it goes down to knowing, like, again, we are humans. Like, basketball is literally a game. Like, I promise you, it's literally a game. We have so much fun with it. But when it comes to death threats, when it comes to people finding, like, I'm talking about people have come down to my address, following me home. Like, it's come down to that. And like, when I talked about earlier on after the season, and when I was in my press conference and I was talking about being sexualized, like, I guess people thought that was like, because I post pictures in my bathing suits. No, like, multiple occasions people have made AI pictures of me, like, naked, literally.
Really?
They have sent it to my family members. My family members are like, uncles are sending it to me, like,
no,
are you naked on Instagram? It sucks to see that, and it's really hard that I have to go through that, and now seeing other players even having to go through that. But like, at the end of the day, it's a game that we do both love, but there is no hate, no hate. We're going to play on the same team one day, I'm sure. Like, we're going to definitely play on the same team one day. So
maybe 2028.
2028, period. Yeah. So, yeah.
So when you were talking about being sexualized in the media, a lot of people were like, well, she asked for it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what does that mean?
I don't know.
I don't get what that means, because I'm a beautiful girl. Like, I'm a beautiful woman. I've been posting pictures in my bikinis. I got a nice body and I work hard for it. And if I want to post a picture in my bikini, I should be able to without being sexualized, where I'm saying I'm asking for it, or like being able to have a moment where like I'm being vulgar, or I'm this, that, like, it is. And it's the same. It's been happening for a really, really, really long time now. And now it's just like, okay, like, find something new.
I think once you reach a certain level of stardom, people forget that you're a 22-year-old girl.
I literally am 22.
Like,
I don't know. Do other people go through this?
People don't remember that they're just a girl.
Yeah.
Literally.
'Cause I'm sure Skylar Diggins was posting pictures of her bikini. She's the one. I'm running because she's
the OG.
She walked it, like,
for sure.
She's the OG. Like, knowing that, like, I wonder if social media was at a high when she was popping. Would she been going through the same thing when it comes to that, being able to be a beautiful woman, being able to be somebody that posts pictures and is always looking good? So
that's a good question.
Yeah, gotta ask that.
It's kind of like the league is in its baddie era.
Yeah.
So right now
in a baddie era. For
real.
Sure. Like, I love the tunnel walks. Everybody getting fitted for games. We looking good. Hair laid, nails. And it's just like, it's also a negative sometimes though, because people think you're too worried about what you're looking like. Like, this has been a thing. Like, everybody's always wanted to look good on the court. Lisa Leslie, like, I've always said Lisa Leslie, her hair was always slicked back. She had her lips on. Tina Thompson.
Candace Parker had baby hairs.
And did. Like, they've been doing this. It just wasn't, social media wasn't so prevalent that it is right now. Like, it's popping right now. And just being able to know that, like, I'm happy where we are. I'm happy to see all the girly girls being able to pop it and look cute on the runway, and being able to continue that, because we have a couple models in this league. Like, we got some face cards.
Lot.
We got some face cards.
That Skims campaign
period
went crazy.
8 down. 8. Bodies is team, faces looking good. I'm happy we're able to like tap into that because everybody doesn't want to have to go overseas.
Mm-hmm.
And like being able to know like you can do stuff outside and make money outside of like women are not going overseas just to go overseas, just casual for fun. I'm sure they want to spend time here. It's a long season. Just being able to stay here. I would want to stay here. I'm staying here. I'm not going overseas.
So it was just recently announced you're playing in Unrivaled.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Just tell me how excited you are for that.
I'm really excited. For one, I came straight from college. So knowing that I don't have to go overseas and I'm able to play still in the States is something that I wanted. It's Miami. So
and the Yams.
The Yams. So I'm excited for that. And then being able to play with some of the 30 best women in the league, I'm really excited for that. And Nafisa and Brianna, what they're doing with this is really going to be, I already know, like, it's about to be popping where people are only going to be playing in that league. I can see in the future where people are only going to be playing in that league. And
it pays really well, but also it's a safety thing.
Yes.
So a lot of people, they go to these countries and they don't always have the best experience.
Exactly. And I'm scared. I'm not going to lie. I'm too scared to go overseas.
But you're going to be in Miami lit.
I'm in Miami popping. Pull up.
We got to do some live shows
yeah,
out
we
there.
Do. Yeah.
Get all their little athletes.
Yes.
Okay, so since it is right now the WNBA season, right? You're on the sky. You guys are trying to do this playoff run. What is that experience like for you?
It's been hard. It has been hard because one, we were ranked 12th in the league. So like I thought like obviously expectations were like low, bare minimum. Like there was no way other than up. So now like we're at 8 seed right now. The 10th, it's high right now. Expectations are really high right now. And knowing that, I think it's just like the pressure on not just the rookies, not just like the fan base, but even my coaches. Like I be feeling bad for Teaspoon sometimes because this is her first year. And I know she has a lot of pressure being able to do this, and she's been doing an amazing job. And like they have to realize like you have to trust this process. Like we literally we had Kamilla Cardoso last year on the sky. Like we had Marina, we got Marina trade. Like we don't have the team that we had last year.
You're rebuilding.
And we're in a rebuilding phase, and we're still 8 right now. And we're going to continue to grow and be better. Like, I want to make the playoffs so bad, and I think all of us do. But just being able to be patient with it. Like, we have to be patient and give ourselves some grace. Like, the 2 starting forward and post are literally, this is our first year. Like give us some grace. Our head coach is her first year. We're still learning each other and just understanding that. I want people to just, like, give us some time. Like, we're going to be fine.
I think I just saw a stat. It said the Sky is the only team who switched out the entire starting five, right?
Yeah. I'm the only person that has started since game 1. Everybody else
That's crazy.
Has not. And like we've switched up lineups so many times. We traded. We got 2 players and we traded one, went down with an injury. Ewa went down. So like it's been so much going on, and I think we're still in a really, really good place. And I'm really happy for our team. I mean, it's hard losing. And for me and Kamilla, this is the most we've ever lost in our life. I only lost 7 games in my last 2 years at LSU. So, like, it's been hard for me. But adjusting and just kind of have that mindset of, like, just moving on has been something I try to give myself a little bit of grace.
How have you loved Chicago?
I love Chicago so much. Oh, my God, I love Chicago. Like, I'm so happy I got drafted here. Like, I tell this to everybody, like, this is the perfect place for me, on and off the court. Like, just being able to feel at home. And I feel like so at home. I can live my outside life here, but also live my inside life.
The whole city is obsessed with you.
I know. I love it
all
here.
the time.
It feels like Baltimore here. I love it here. It does.
Kind of. A little bit. A little DMV action.
Yeah.
But, you know, Chicago is a number 3 market in the country.
Really?
It's New York, LA, and then Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago, y'all have everything. I'm not gonna lie, y'all have everything here. Like, it's nothing here that I'm like, oh, I gotta go to a different city for. Like, everything has been here, which I love.
I know in the media you've said a lot, I'm focused on trying to get the playoffs, trying to boost my team. But they still ask you about Rookie of the Year. Yeah. What is your stance on that?
So, my whole thing was like, when I got drafted, number 7. So I'm like, cool, like, the pressure is not even on me because I'm drafted 7, so the pressure shouldn't be up there. So I'm like, all right, cool, I can just hoop. So I don't know when like it started to just break out where I was just in rookie of year conversations. I'm like, all right, cool.
It's because you started killing it.
Well, yeah.
And they're like, oh my
but
God.
Nobody expected that. Everybody told me I was not ready for the league. And that's why I got drafted in 7. They told me I wasn't ready. I wouldn't play. I would have got cut from training camp. I was not ready. And that's why I got drafted. It wouldn't translate. And obviously I knew coming into the league, I was going to be able to translate my game. And I'm still not where I want to be at all. Like being able to be at 7 and still like be able to come in and thrive and work hard every day. That's what has gotten me to where I am right now. Just literally off hustle. And just being able to just go in every day and grind. Like, that's just straight off that. I haven't even been able to tap into who I really am and my potential of being able to be that stretch for position and just being able to be that. So, people also need to give that some grace, too. Like, I'm still a rookie. I'm still figuring it out. Trying to figure things out. So, if I am rookie of the year, God, thank you. If I'm not, back to the drawing board. And I just want to win. Getting to the playoffs is something that I really, really, really want to do. So, I'm looking forward to that. I'm not really thinking about rookie of the year.
Did you see the GM survey they did? So they surveyed all of the general managers in the league, and you couldn't vote for your own players.
Okay.
And they said, who was the steal of the draft? And everyone said Angel Reese. They don't think you shouldn't have been 7.
Do you know, like, players on other teams, like, say, like, I wish we drafted you?
Really?
Yes. Like, teams that have drafted, that were above me, that the players that got drafted above, and it was nothing against their rookies that got drafted, but they were like, I wish we were teammates. I wish we drafted you. And it's like, it feels really good to know like vets really want to play with me and love me and really respect me and respect my game. Like they tell me all the time, you're going to be in this league for a while just because of how hard you work and your grind. So I love it here. I love the league. I love the W. It's growing. It's still some bumps for sure.
Of course.
Definitely some bumps still, but we're in a good place right now.
You also came in at a great time because y'all got chartered flights.
I know.
That's huge.
'Cause I was not used to commercial flights.
And with a certain level of stardom, that's hard.
Yeah, like going to the airport has been hell for me. Like for the past 2 years. Like I don't even like going to the airport at all. Like I won't go on a flight I'll drive. Like I'll literally get in the car if I'm getting in the car before I drive. Before I fly. Commercial.
What's the longest you've drove? Or you would drive?
7 hours.
Oh my Lord. 7 hours?
Yeah.
Would you drive to like an Atlanta Dream game?
How far is Atlanta?
12.
No.
Okay, that's too far.
7 is where I'm stopping.
Okay.
I like to drive though. I drove 13 hours to LSU with my car.
What's your go-to playlist or artist?
I love, I'm a girl's girl, so it depends. Right now I'm in my like Janae Aiko, Summer Walker vibes.
Oh, Lover Girl era.
Lover Girl era.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say Lotto.
Well, Lotto, no, that's my girl. Like Lotto, Meg, Chloe, Cardi, Lakia, Paige, Lady London. I'm loving all of them, but I'm in my soft girl.
We'll talk about that later. Okay, but back to the league. What was your welcome to the WNBA moment?
Probably, let me think. My welcome to the WNBA, I've had some good experiences. I don't know. I haven't had any really bad experiences. Probably, I don't know. I haven't had like a bad experience. Like
it doesn't have to be bad, but just a moment when you realize like, oh, I'm really in this league. This isn't the little fish. This isn't college anymore.
That is big fish. Probably like in the scouting report in college, like you can like play off on people. Like the bench usually isn't good when they sub in. Man, I didn't got cooked by the bench before. Like actually, my first game playing Nafisa cooked me. I'm not gonna lie. She definitely cooked me. That was my first game, and I was like, it's gonna be rough. Like,
she's intense.
She is intense, and she has a high motor, and she plays really hard and has a lot of skills, and she's really a really skilled player. So I'm excited to also learn from her when I go to Miami. Like she wants to work out with me, so I'm excited for it.
Is she one of your WNBA moms?
I
see that on Twitter all the time.
Everybody's always trying to claim me. Like my moms, okay, in no order. Asia, NECA, De'Erica,
Soon to be
Nafisa.
Fee.
Fee is definitely, she always gives me a good praise. Jonquel was a good one too. I love Jonquel. She always talking to me too. But a lot of them always are like chatting with me at the free throw line. So like it makes me feel really loved. Yeah, but those my core moms.
And that just happened organically.
Yeah, they always like want to like, I don't know. They love me. I love them.
They probably see the potential in you.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, well, when I was a rookie, you know, I just switched this and that helped a lot.
Yeah.
I switched that.
They always talk to me and like tell me I'm doing great.
That's very fire of them. What was the most surprising thing about playing in the W for you? On or off the court?
Probably, I mean, I knew we didn't have charter flights, but that whole walking the airport thing was like, that was out of, I couldn't do it. Like, it was
Did you have a weird experience?
I've always had weird experiences when I'm in the airport. Like, somebody's always grabbing me and touching me, and like, I don't like that. Like, I don't mind taking pictures and signing autographs, but like, when you come into my space and invade my space, like, that's when it just is, it gets really, really weird.
Yeah, especially if they don't know you.
Yeah.
And COVID is real.
COVID is back and real. It's not a joke.
So what's going on with this COVID scare that your team just had?
Yeah, I guess, I don't know.
Some people are sick, or they just thought they were sick.
If you feel sick, obviously you can test on your own. But due to like the CDC and the WNBA, they've agreed like if you even have COVID, you can play.
Oh, you can play?
Yeah, you can play. You can play. As long as you're not having symptoms where you're like hacking all over the court. Like, yeah. But you can play. But I'll be masked up. I don't play that.
Are you vaccinated?
I am. And
okay,
boosted.
Good. Oh, and boosted.
And boosted.
Period.
And I'm waiting for the next one to come out.
What's been your favorite moment of the season so far?
Probably All-Star. All-Star Weekend was my favorite moment. I loved All-Star Weekend and being able to play with like all the other women in the league, and they were like just talking to me and like seeing how cool they were, like outside of like always playing against them. Yeah, it was fun.
They said it was the best All-Star ever.
I heard. They said it was like top one. Like even my vets, some of my vets came on my team came to support me, so it was really good.
They used to say Chicago was the best one though.
Really?
Just
They
FYI.
used to be in Chicago? It's in Indiana next year.
They had it in Chicago, I think, the year before Vegas.
Oh, really?
So, like, 2 years ago, and they're like, this was the best one ever.
Yeah.
But then now Phoenix was the best. So, when they have it again in Chicago, you'll see.
Yeah, but Indiana next year?
Cold. It's going to be freezing.
Yeah.
Or no, because it's in June.
Yeah, but that's not like a hot spot. Like, Phoenix was hot because I had hosted a little club after that.
Get together.
Little get together. Or not no, it was a club.
But your friends can probably drive. Like your Chicago friends, they could drive. I
have Chicago friends.
We're going to get you some Chicago friends. You don't want Chicago friends? Why?
I like my friend core. I have a tight core.
Okay.
I don't step outside my circle.
You want Nabila to fly in?
Nabila, yeah. All my girls.
Her in the group chat.
The group chat.
What does that stand for? Or is that a secret?
Freaks, vibes, and fun.
Excuse me? What was that?
It's like, just next question.
That was insane. Okay, and then you were just in Paris for the Olympics. How was that?
It was fun. I was shocked. I went out there to shop. I went out there to experience like the whole Olympic thing. I didn't get to see everything, but I did go to 2 games. I went to the men's game and the women's game. And yeah, I had a fun time. My financial advisor lives over there, so he had everything set up for me to shop, to go wherever I needed to go.
Was that your first time watching a Olympic game?
That was my first time actually in Paris.
Really?
Yeah, I never been to Europe before.
Ever? Did you go to any other countries?
I went to London.
Okay.
That was it.
I've been to London.
Yeah, London was
That's
nice.
fun.
I like London. Have you ever tried the duck and waffle?
What is that?
Literally duck and waffle.
Duck?
It was, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a picky eater. It was good though.
You said you like chicken and waffles.
Yeah, I do like chicken and waffles.
Which one was better?
I'm not gonna lie, the duck was good.
Really?
And I was kind of scared to try it, but it was really good.
You would make it again? Like
when I go back to London, I'm definitely getting it again.
So for me, when I was in London, there was a meal. I ordered breakfast, bacon, eggs. They gave me toast, normal, potatoes, but they did baked beans.
See, I'm not gonna
and
lie.
French fries.
That's why I was kind of ready to come home. I also was missing the drinks. Like, they don't have any sweet drinks. Everything is sparkling. Nothing has sugar in it. And I was like...
Yeah. It's just a different world over there.
And I enjoyed it though. Like the people were so much nicer than here. And yeah, that I was just ready to come home. I needed a lemonade. Lemonade couldn't wait to see me. A ginger ale couldn't wait to see me on that plane.
You said you went to the men's game and the women's game, right?
Yeah.
So there were headlines from that game because you were courtside with Kevin Durant. And they're like, oh my God, they're dating. That's not a thing, correct?
No, that was never a thing. I don't even know how that even became a thing because I sat next to somebody. My friend was sitting next to Steph. So I don't.
Who's married? So they're not dating.
I don't even get that. Like, so people always, I don't know where that even came from. Katie has literally been my favorite player since I was literally a kid and is still my favorite player.
Because he's from the
DMV. Yeah, he's from the DMV. I love his mom. She comes out and supports the games. So yeah, that was dead. I don't even know where that even
not
came
dating.
From. Yeah.
Because if we see you with someone, we're gonna assume you're not dating them.
Most 95% of the time. Let me say 98. 95. I'm gonna say 95.
95.
Okay. Over 5 though could be.
So what? So what about? There was a video that someone snuck in a car of you and G Herbo, blew up all over the internet. What was that situation?
When I tell you, I can call G Herbo to this day, that's somebody that I can, if I ever need anything in Chicago, he told me from when I got drafted, if I ever need anything in Chicago, he'll make sure I'm straight. And it wasn't even off no, flirting or anything. It was literally straight off, I got you, sis, making sure that you straight, because I'm new to the city, making sure I was good. So we had went out to Bevy that night.
I was there.
You were there. Did you see me there?
I saw you.
You didn't see me there. So me on my homegirls.
Being wholesome. Chilling.
As always, very wholesome woman. I am 6'3", and I think he is 5'10".
I don't know. But you had on heels, I feel like, too. It was a stallion vibe.
You know. But yeah, I am 6'3", so I sat in the front seat of a car that wasn't tinted. And my friends was in the back that they were tinted in the back. And that was that. I mean, you didn't see me in the car kissing this man. So where'd y'all even get that from? But obviously, yeah, that's somebody I can literally call anytime. That's bro, I need this in the city, or where should I go, or if I need anything in the city, because he's Chicago, one of Chicago's hottest.
I feel like that has to be crazy. Right now, imagine if you were walking down the street,
bro, I could walk down with anybody.
Hey, so and so, and they're like, Angel Reese
spotted with this random tall 6.
Insane.
I'm like, baby,
it's insane.
Nah.
It's too much.
Yeah.
Does your group chat blow up the next morning? Oh my God, Angel.
You know Nabil. No, actually, my brother sent me the G Herbo thing.
Really?
He was like, they gotta be serious. What's going on? Be real. But he knew it wasn't real. My brother know how I move. If I move, I don't move like that.
Yeah.
That man got 3 kids. I don't do
babies.
I don't do kids.
Okay. This is the last dating related thing.
All right, what we got?
Okay, so you were on vacay. Somebody else was maybe on vacay, and it was videos posted. Do you know what I'm referring to? I can't go on vacation with my cousin. You can't help your cousin with the groceries? I can't help my cousin with the groceries? Overseas? Nah, that's not my cousin, but I'm taking a trip. I'm 22 years old. I'm allowed to date and be able to have a good time. If I want to go on vacation, I'm going to go on vacation. Obviously, people invaded my privacy, of course, because if I posted I was out where I was, then it would have been known. I post a lot. I do post a lot. So obviously I was just being able to have a good time, being able to have time away. That was right after I came back from Paris, and I just was there for a good time. As you should.
Period.
At 22.
At 22, and I'm gonna live my best life, and I'm gonna date.
So we talked a little bit about your LSU team. Obviously, during that time, you and Flage were all over the media, besties. What's your relationship like now that you're in the league and she's still in college?
Yeah, I still support Flage. We aren't as close as we used to be. And there's no hard feelings or anything, but we aren't as close as we used to be. That's why people always expect us to still be posting each other and stuff like that. But we aren't as close. And I mean, it happens. You don't have the best relationships with everybody and don't always continue relationships with people. So I wish her the best always. I'm always going to support her. I'm going back to LSU soon just to be able to see them and support the girls. But yeah, there's no love lost, but we aren't as close as we used to be.
That's the tricky part about social media because imagine if you're next to somebody every day and you're like, hey, twin.
Yeah.
And then once you're not near them, they're
I
going to be like,
know.
what is Angel doing? Are her and her brother okay? Like, yes. Are her and her mom okay? Just because you didn't post your mom on Mother's Day. You could physically be with her.
Literally.
But just not post her.
People
and
just
they'll
be reaching.
Were you ever close with Haley Van Lith?
We weren't like super close, but I was probably one of the closer people with her on the team because I think she was really distant from everybody else. So I kind of felt bad. So I was like, let me get closer and like see who she is because she was the only white girl on the team. So I didn't want her to feel uncomfortable. I wanted her to feel as comfortable as she could, being able to come into a situation where she had to transfer. She was super successful at Louisville. And then for a little while, she struggled with confidence in the beginning and just being able to be there for her. I love Haley. Haley's a good time. That's somebody I can take out somewhere.
Really?
Me and her went to a Lil Baby concert one time and like kicked it the whole night, like till like 3:00 in the morning. But yeah, I love Haley. Haley, that's somebody that you can take somewhere like you gonna have a good time.
Nice.
So I wish we had some more time together. We still text. I still congratulate her. I'm so happy for her at TCU. I'm trying to support her there as well. But that's somebody that like really works hard, and that's somebody I really admire their like work ethics. She works her ass off. Like she really works hard, and unfortunately the situation didn't work out for her at LSU, but like being able to have her mindset that she has. She don't have social media. She didn't have social media when they was dogging her out after the Iowa game and everything. Like being able to see how strong she was through it, and being able to talk to her, because I've been through it. I know how it feels to like not be confident, not be at your high, and everybody attacking you for something that you can control but somewhat can't control. So I'm excited for her next journey.
Do you think that she just wasn't a good fit for that specific LSU team?
Yeah, I think it just wasn't a good fit for that specific team. And I think she realized that after the fact, because she bought into everything that we asked her to do. Every role that she was asked, she did. She came in and did extra because she was never, I don't think, a point guard.
Yeah,
and she was forced into a point guard role. And knowing that, I don't know her conversation with Kim before the process of her deciding to come, but it just wasn't a good fit for her. And I know what she brings to the table. I think she's an amazing guard that can do so many great things on the court. I've seen her kill for a long time, and I know she'll continue to kill. And I see her gain her confidence back on the 3-on-3. So I know the sky is the limit for her, and I'm super excited to see what's next for Haley.
You're such a girl's girl. It's so cute.
I love girls. I love my girls.
So what has your experience been like now playing with Kamilla?
Oh my God, Kamilla is like top 5 funny. Like, it's crazy because, you know, like I played against Kamilla since I was young, probably like 8th, 9th grade. And we've always been super competitive against each other. And obviously the South Carolina LSU game when I pulled her wig, Kamilla, I still want to know what glue that is. But yeah, that was crazy because it wasn't intentional, but like, you know, when I go out for rebounds, it's like I'm trying to grab anything. I'm trying to do anything to get that ball.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm a good rebounder. But I tell her to this day, I'm like, Kamilla, what is that glue that you were using that wig didn't come off? Because baby, one
legendary.
time, my wig didn't came off before.
On the court?
I ran to the locker room before it came off. But it didn't slip back for sure. But yeah, like being able to be her teammate now and just being able to like understand who she is. She's very quiet on the court. Like she doesn't say much, but you know, like it's a problem or something is bothering her when she does speak up. Okay. And just knowing that and learning her, I think we're gonna have a tremendous career here as long as we're together.
What would you say to the people who criticize the fact that you are such a businesswoman? You have a podcast, you have sponsorship deals, you do a lot of things, and people sometimes think that takes away from your on-court abilities.
Yeah, I think like if I don't score a certain amount of points or do certain things or I'm compared to somebody else, then that's when things start to trickle into what my business is. So when I'm like doing great on the court, like if I'm doing amazing, doubles, just continue doing what I'm doing, everything is fine. But like when I'm not, if I don't have a double or I may have a bad game, which is normal, that's when like I'll tap into, oh, she's focused on this, she's not doing this. My thing is I've never, ever posted basketball highlights on my page. on my story when I'm in the gym. I've never done that. And I may have done it before when I worked out with Chris Brickley. Maybe some stuff when I was getting ready for the draft. That was all draft stuff. And that was obviously for business reasons. But you'll never catch me posting like, oh, I'm in the gym today, y'all, at 9:00 and I'm here till 3 a.m. Like, no, I'm not doing that. Because my social media is for me to be me. Post cute pictures, post selfies, post what I'm doing, post my dog, post my family, post what things that I love and have fun. Like, outside of the lines, like I'm having a good time. When I get between those lines, it's strictly business, and I want people to realize that and understand that. Like, I'm not posting my basketball life, and I never will post my basketball life on my social media and post that. Like, that's just not who I am.
And just because they don't see you in the gym.
Just because they don't see me don't mean I'm not doing it, baby.
Exactly.
I'm clocked. I have a gym in my apartment, literally 2 floors down. I'm in the gym. I literally have a gym in my apartment, a basketball court. So it's not that I'm not doing it. I'm doing it.
Do you think they're just looking for
something to find something to hate? Because I am a successful Black woman. I'm doing a lot of things that you haven't seen before. Being able to manage my schedule and being able to work hard and grind and do things that they said I wouldn't do. They told me I wouldn't graduate. I graduated on time in 4 years with no debts, not eligible. Like, I did everything they said I wouldn't do. And I think that's the thing. I proved them right. I proved them wrong every single time. Every single time. And that's what I love. Like, proving people wrong is my favorite thing to do. That's like that I love a good gym. Like, that's my thing. That's my thing. And just being able to do that and know that, like, it's a great feeling. And that's why I just don't even respond. Like, I'm being able to have this podcast, being able to talk about these things. I have for a long time let social media and blogs and stuff create the narrative, and now being able to start this podcast, I'm being able to take the narrative back and being able to have my own name and being able to clear things up and being able to do that. And that's what I love. Like, I'm really excited. I'm really excited for this, being able to clock tea. And I want, like, other people to be able to come on here and be able to share their piece, being able to share their truth and understanding that, because you can say whatever you want on social media. When you sit here and I'm telling you what it really is, you have to know that and you have to believe that until obviously otherwise. But that's what I'm looking forward to doing with this.
Making a safe space for people.
This is going to be a safe space for everybody. Like, I want you to be able to come on here and just feel relieved, because that's what I like. I don't go into places where I don't feel comfortable. Like I was just telling you, like, I don't have a huge friend group. My friends know what's really tea. Like, they know, like, they was like, they say you're talking to this boy, like, come on, that's not even your type. Like, they know, like, and that's what the funny part is. Like, I feel like I always get the last laugh, and that's what I just gonna continue to do. But this will be a safe space.
And most of your current friends, they're from Maryland, right?
They're all from Maryland.
That shows a lot about your character.
Yeah, all my friends are from back home, except my best friend is from Dallas, and she plays basketball. And my girl just got engaged too, so I'll be a bridesmaid soon. I'll be
congratulations to her.
Thank you.
Maid of honor vibes.
I'd definitely be maid of honor. I can't wait. I can't wait to have a niece or nephew.
Okay, we talked about you being a lover girl. Do you want to be married soon?
Yeah.
Do you
think
soon? Not soon, but
okay,
like, do you think about that? Like, oh, by 30, I want to be married.
I do think about it, and like, I want to be married, but like, I'm not having kids until I'm married. But also, like, I want to be able to establish myself as a businesswoman enough where, like, my man know, and that's I think that's like one of my biggest flexes. Going into a relationship, a man know I'm not coming in for no money. Like, I'm not coming at you because you got this. Like, I'm coming at you because I really like you and I really want to be with you and I love you and I see something in you and I feel like we can build an empire. Like, I want to build an empire with my man. So, like, being able to know that, like, it's going to take some time for me to actually find the right man to, like, really, really, like, check all the boxes. Because I do want to get married. Like, I say I want to get married by, like, 27.
Okay.
I want to have kids, but I still want to be playing. I want to still be playing. So, I don't know how this is going to work out, but we're going to have to, the math going to have to math the right time. But whatever happens, if I get married next year, then you going to be there?
I would be there.
Okay, period.
Try to vlog it for the pod.
Yeah.
I'm like, y'all, we here at wedding.
We here. Yeah. But yeah, I think for like the dating life is really hard for me just because like I think I put a lot of pressure on the other person because whenever I'm dating somebody, I go to their comments, all I see is gifs of Angel Reese, Angel Reese,
Oh
Angel Reese,
my
Angel Reese. I looked at
goodness.
somebody I was talking to and all I saw was, I'm like, oh my God, I know this man hate me already. And that's why I kind of try to tell them, I try to tell the guy usually ahead of time, like, know what you're getting yourself into. Because, like, this is not for the weak. Like, people gonna be, like, people are gonna send you death threats. People are gonna say crazy things. Just know I will never embarrass you. I'm gonna always respect you. And you can always come to me as a woman and just ask me questions about certain things. But, like, it's dating me is hard, and my mom always said like any man that dates you is tough, it's hard, but one day I'll find my key.
Do you think that's intimidating for them at all?
I'm sure it is intimidating because like a lot of times like a guy would say like I wasn't scared to reach out to you, but I didn't think you would talk to me. I'm like, why? And I don't know, I think I it's really hard to see like you don't see a lot of relationships where like the woman is just as dominant as the man. The woman can provide for herself without the man like knowing that. Like that's why when I find somebody like or date somebody, like they have to bring something completely different from the table because it's nothing you can buy me that I can't buy myself. Or it's nothing like it would have to be you have to show me something on a different, very, very intimate and emotional level for me to like really like, oh, okay, like I really like you.
What's your love language?
Probably quality time. And that's hard too because I kind of only I only mess with athletes. And usually
It's always been like that?
I'm 6'3". Where I'm finding I mean, I need to go maybe I need to find me a little lawyer that's like
A little finance bay.
That's like 6'10".
He could be like an old athlete. Like, oh, I used to play in basketball.
But then he
but
probably
I love,
like 40.
No, I'm saying it could be someone where they played in high school, they played in college, but then he was like, you know what? I decided I love math. Or I wanted to be a real estate agent.
Okay.
Something like that, maybe.
Maybe if he swindles across my way, but I ain't seen that yet. So
yeah.
Dating an athlete is obviously hard because most of the time their schedule is like the same as mine. I usually date basketball players. And the NBA season and the WNBA season, I mean, obviously it's different now. My off season is their season, so like obviously I can make that work. But when I was in college, like it was a no. Like it was I couldn't go to college games, other college games. I couldn't go to NBA games because it was literally the same season. So quality time because long distance I hate and it's hard.
Are we gonna see you courtside, designer fit?
You will.
A little bit.
A lot bit.
A lot of it.
A lot of it. You'll see me courtside. Probably got a couple games. Definitely in Chicago. I'm gonna be pulling up some Chicago Bulls games. That don't mean I'm messing with none of Chicago Bulls players. Not that. But
friends. Networking.
Yeah. Being able to just enjoy a basketball game. So yeah, I'm looking forward to my off season. Reeses Pieces and I have been listening to you guys' questions, and I have decided to partner with them for my Unapologetically Angel show. So we're going to be doing this segment every show, and they're going to be asking Maya the questions because I don't be checking the questions. Maya got that under control. So let's look into these questions and see what we got today.
Our first post had over 400 comments.
Really?
Like they're so excited for this segment.
Yeah.
But they kept it cute, which is good.
Okay, because yeah, we didn't spill some tea. We got spicy already. Let's get
into it. Someone said, how do you stay true to your genuine and sweet self even when people aren't so kind?
It's hard. I have a feisty personality too. Like, I think I be trying to give people some grace. I'm really, really big on loyalty. So like, if it's somebody close to me that like does something mean or like rude or something, like I literally would just like cut you off. Like it's not I don't rekindle with nobody. Like I don't rekindle friendships. I don't rekindle relationships. I'm not doubling back at nothing. So like if you're mean to me and nasty to me, like all right, cool, like it's over. No, if it's somebody random, like you never matter. Like, you don't care. But, like, when it's close to me, that's when it really hit. Like, I'm so good to everybody around me. There's no reason that you should ever, like, feel like you should be rude, disrespectful, or anything to me. So that's when I, like, anybody know, like, I'll cut you off in a second.
Snip, snip. How do you deal with all the hate you go through on a daily basis and still show out every game?
Well, I've currently deleted social media off my phone, so being able to do that, being able to take some time away, just being able to meditate, doing self-care,
focusing on your
and just
mental
being
health.
able to focus on my mental. I'll get massages. I'm about to start trying Pilates. They have Pilates in my apartment.
You would love Pilates.
But I heard it's hard.
It's very hard.
Yeah, but I need my body to be teased sitting courtside.
No, it will be.
Okay.
It's going to be fire.
You do it?
Yeah, solid core.
Oh.
I go to solid core. But you're going to feel it.
I know.
Because you work out muscles that you've never worked out before.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ooh,
it's
I'm
tough.
excited.
But it's fun.
Yeah, I'm going to do that.
You're going to be snatched.
Period. Do you wear your, like, I think you have to wear a set, though. Like a cute
I
set.
wear the cutest.
Oh, yes.
That's my thing. Like, go to Lulu, get you a little matching set.
We're going to get you a Reebok set.
Please.
We're going to get you a Reebok set.
Love it.
Okay, period.
But you got to get the socks.
What socks?
For Pilates, you have to wear little grippy socks for your toes so that you don't fall
We're
off.
about to make some grippy socks.
Yeah, because we don't need you getting injured. Grippy socks on the machine.
Grippy.
Angel, what were your emotions like when you stepped on the court for your first national game and your first WNBA game, and what were your emotions after both?
My first national game, like televised? Or like, I was at my first nationally televised game was actually against Kamilla on ESPN. I was in 9th grade, and we played Geico Nationals. It was like for the semifinals. And I think I got the buzzer beater to go into overtime. I think I had 20 and 20. That was my first 20 and 20 game ever.
You showed
on
up.
national TV. So I'll remember that always. My first WNBA game, I told you I got cooked by Nafisa. It was a preseason game. And I'll never remember that. And that's why I take defense so seriously. Like now, like I'm always guard the best player because like I love defense so much.
Nice.
So when I get a stop or a steal or like even just one possession, I'll be hyped. Yeah.
What's one lesson you've learned from each place you've played in your career? So Maryland, LSU, and now the Chicago Sky.
Those teams at Maryland were really fun. I made some great relationships. And it was no place like home. LSU, enjoy college football games. Because, baby, them LSU football games, oh my God. I had to stop going because it was just so much. Like, the tailgating from, they're out there at 5 a.m. for a 7 o'clock game. Like, and I used to live like super close. So like traffic was crazy. And like, if I would advise anybody to go to an SEC school.
That sounds
like,
so fun.
We played Alabama one time and we won like the what does he call it? A game winner, buzzer beater, whatever. And we stormed the field. And
you ran on?
I got tumbled. I got a video of me tumbling over. But yeah. I advise anybody like SEC schools, LSU, like that's where it's at. Now Chicago, something I would probably give. I don't know. I haven't really had
enough time
yet. Wait, give me till like in October.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then last question. We see you pour into so many people, but who pours into Angel? Who waters you? Who keeps you lifted during times when it feels tough?
That's a good question.
It's a good question.
I think my mom. That's crazy. I have like moments where me and my mom are like, oh, Mom, like, please just leave me alone. Like, she's like, you're spending, like, you're always buying stuff like you're. I'm like, baby, I'm not buying that. Baby, somebody else is buying that.
Ooh,
but like, my mom, like, I literally last night I called her like 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, Mom, like. I was just like, Mom, like I was going through something. I was like, Mom, da da da. Like she was like, it's gonna be okay. Like it's all right. Like she's been my biggest supporter. Like, and I can always call her and count on her for anything. And I think that's just the biggest person that's always been like there for me. Obviously my team is amazing. They're like sisters. Janine, Jacqueline, and Kirsty are great. My friend group, being able to have a friend group outside of basketball, I think that's just like been my biggest like love. Like that's been something that I've just been able to, like, I don't have to think about anything. And like anything else, I'm really like quiet, like as far as like telling people my problems. Like I won't go and practice and everybody's gonna know like this is that time of the month. Like I'm not, you won't see it, you won't know. But like my friends, my family, my close people, they'll know.
So each episode, we do give flowers to women. I was going to ask, who do you want to give your flowers to? But I feel like you just did. You mentioned your mom, your
Let me
team.
get my flowers. You know, I want to get my flowers to Cheryl Swoops.
Ooh.
And I think I'm really giving her her flowers because she's gotten her flowers, but I think she needs to be reminded that she's that girl. Like you that girl, you that woman. You've been that. You still that. You forever gonna be that. And like I know like so much going on social media with everything going on, and people have attacked her and said so much stuff. And I texted her yesterday and I was like, you know, you that, like, you know, you a legend. Like your resume speak for itself. You ain't got to speak on nothing. And I just see her get out of character on social media a couple days. And I'm like, you know, you ain't got to pop it like that. But yeah, she's a legend and somebody that I've always looked up to. She gonna keep it real with you. We're gonna have her on the podcast soon.
And she's 10 toes down.
She's 10 toes behind what's right. And that's what I love. Like she's told me like before, like she probably didn't think I was gonna be ready for the WNBA. And I respected what she said because obviously she's a legend. She's been in this game. She played the game, but like being able to hear that from her and what how did you feel? Like what made you say that, and understanding that like sometimes you want to attack people that criticize you. Like when she said that online, people were like, oh no, like you shouldn't be saying that, or you shouldn't be saying that about Angel, you shouldn't be saying that about Caitlin. Like, bro, like,
but it wasn't a diss.
It wasn't a diss. It was
an
it was the fact
analysis.
that like that's what she sees from her perspective of being in the W before, and you got to respect that. So that's why I texted her yesterday. She's like, you know, I love you. You know, that's why I love you so much. And I was like, sure, like, don't be getting into it with these folks on social media. They're gonna drive you crazy, insane. But yeah, she gets,
and it's not worth it.
It's not worth it, and it's not real. And she played in a time where like obviously social media wasn't as big as it is now. And I don't even know why they clocking her career because she did everything that we all want to do. And Cheryl, you that girl. Period. Thank you guys for watching my first podcast. It was amazing. I hope everybody loved it. I hope I spilled enough tea for y'all. Y'all can ask some more questions if y'all want me to clock some more tea. We're going to have some of y'all faves on here coming soon, so look forward to it. You can watch, listen, whatever you need to do. This podcast will be everywhere, and it's going to be the hottest podcast coming soon. Be patient. Keep following, liking, subscribing, retweeting. Just keep sharing this because we going up. Let me know what y'all want to see. Unapologetically Angel, we out.